Well, hello to whatever sign this is. Surprise, we're doing our 12 zodiac series, Abby. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm feeling nice and cozy. Happy December to whatever sign this is. I just wanted to gift this to you as a little gift from the studio, from the Holy Cow to you. Wishing you a very, very, very wonderful end to the Gregorian calendar, a wonderful 12-month run being here with me. So I hope you really enjoy this. As usual, I've got my, you already know who this is before I do. Let's see. Who's our first? Okay. And first up we have, this is exciting. Let me see. I was literally so hoping it was you guys. Like, I was like, oh man, I wanted to let Spirit confirm that I felt like it was appropriate to do Capricorn first, because like all of this is dedicated to Dennis, obviously. So Dennis, like, it's just like awesome that God like wanted you to see that like you're backed up by the universe, by God, by source. Yeah. This is my frequency right now. So Capricorns, I'm so excited for you guys. It's technically Sag season. But before we keep going, I'm gonna like take you guys. I got a tiki. It's just hilarious. That's because me and Capricorns, you know how we are. Twin. Like, I just had my morning with Dennis. And I was like, twin, me and twin, like, I'm peeing. Like, I don't even care, brother. I don't even care, brother. Capricorn. You're pissing on these hoes this Capricorn season. I'm so excited to do you guys this reading first. Thanks for, This is fucking hilarious. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted Capricorn to go first, and I literally just shuffled that shit. That's crazy. That's crazy how God works. Okay, let me just put y'all over here. This is so locked in. We're so locked in, Capricorn. This morning, me and Dennis were laughing, and we were just like having a ball because we were just like locked in with each other, and this is like us staying locked in. So pee with me, get some water, settle in, get your bevies, get your coffee. We're gonna do your December 2025 overview, my loves, because I love you guys. We're gonna do one card overview, and then I'm gonna just do our classic 8-card spread to just give you guys some real excitement. But I knew you guys were gonna go first because you guys have like the most life-changing, most deserved entry into your season. Winter babies are up for eternity, so happy early birthday to all my Capricorns. Happy holiday season to all my fucking Capricorns. I love you guys. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what our overview for December is, Cappies. Oh. Of course you guys get 3. Oh my God. Okay, so Capricorn, are you ready for the most loving season that you've ever experienced in your entire life? The basis of your reading today is absolutely about divine love. And I just really wanted you guys to know that, you know, spending this year really tapping into and learning as much as you could about yourself actually is exactly what you needed to do. That sort of opposite of your ecliptic Cancerian aspect, which is learning how to nurture yourself. So through this year, through the last 12 months since we started this year off last Capricorn season, it's been an extreme journey of like learning everything that's there for you. Yeah. And no matter what it looked like, I mean, no matter where you took yourself within yourself, I think that the premise is that you knew that these are things that you deeply needed to learn how to nurture. So I think in the past, where there were plenty of my Capricorns who were like going through life without proper nutrients in terms of like making everything flow and stay in balance, just had to do with parts of yourself that you didn't know. So perhaps this year was like a lot of triggering different things so that you can just become aware. I know I had that exact, it's so funny that I like took you guys to the bathroom and that you guys were the first ones to read, because same with this morning, like I'll just use an example, like my husband Dennis this morning, we had plans, like he got a new gym membership that like comes like free, like just like because of like his job. And so he's like got this new gym membership that we were gonna go check out, and he was gonna go this morning. So he set an alarm for like, he was gonna go to the gym before he goes to his already like 6 a.m. shift and open up his shop. But the funny thing was, is like he set the alarm for the gym. We like, yeah, fuck the gym. So he turns off the alarm, but he doesn't set an alarm back for his regular job. So this morning I woke up randomly. I was like, oh baby, did you wake up? And then it happens to be past time when he was supposed to be at the shop. So I took him into work and we recovered the time and stuff like that. But for him, the situation wasn't even like, oh, I'll work on, like, he doesn't have an issue with punctuality at all. It's like literally cause and effect. Like it was like, oh, I just didn't even have an alarm set because I turned it off. But it was about like that situation got triggered, and he was just so grateful because it was like he was just learning about himself. Like in that moment, like one of the things Dennis maybe used to struggle with in the past was like not knowing how to maybe like support himself to like punctuality was like something he used to struggle with. But I think it was more so from like lack of self-awareness, like lack of self-knowledge, lack of like knowing like what he needs and what helps him like stay in balance. So today kind of triggered that, but in the end he realized that like, okay, when I don't have control or when the plans change or, you know, whatever the case may be, the most important thing for me to do is to nurture like what my tendencies are or what my natural disposition might be. You know, what are some of those ways where I might start short-circuiting, where it's like, oh, I'm late to work and I'm just gonna be a shit show and then never be present. And you know, Dennis is definitely like Cancer moon, so he's gonna be the type of person where it's like if he like starts the day and he's like late and he doesn't have a proper like slowing and grounding, it can turn into like the whole shift he's just not present, and it could really have snowballed. And so he was really able to pause, segment, intend, and come into his higher self. And I really believe it was because this is a perfect example of a day that could have gone a lot of ways for him, but because of how much he's learned about himself in the last 12 months, and specifically how to nurture himself when he needs certain things from himself, he's really able to stay connected to his higher self. And Capricorn, I feel like the reason why everyone loves the holiday season is because it's your frequency. You guys are really truly the embodiment of like Mother Earth, which is the most loving frequency that humans physically know. And so, like I said, I just think it's really, really beautiful. Right? Wow, this is so crazy. I just think it's really beautiful. I'm seeing the Emperor, I'm seeing the Seven of Swords, I'm seeing the Star, right? So Capricorn, the big December message is like, you have really, really solidified what would be stealing from yourself and what would be taking from your own resources. And then ultimately, like, again, yeah, this frequency, I think you knew all too well. There was a lot of initiations for you guys. I mean, we've kind of been talking about that in our private chats. You know, if we just talk about the Capricorn tab of the Tethered Studios archive, a lot of that has to do with like, you know, it took a long time for you to build this empire. It took a long time for you to sort of do the architecture of what your new world's going to be. But once you got there and once you really mastered, you know, that lower self, and you really overcome sort of the lower vibration of your frequency and you really embody the higher frequency, it looks like for all Capricorns, like December, top to bottom, you're going to be coming from your higher self. And it has to do with the strength you required. Again, it looks like there was a lot of opportunities where God really wanted you to learn about yourself in this last year, but specifically to set you up for December, to where like you already know how to nurture yourself. And therefore, like these higher, because again, the 12th month of the year is always just like crazy cosmic, like high level, you know what I mean? My girls don't always do psychedelics, but if you did, you would understand the frequency of Christmas is like very like, just the holiday season in general is like very up. And so I think you're best when you're able to be in that disposition. So that's beautiful. I just see a lot of like, you know what you need to know about yourself, which means you're able to actually nurture yourself. I think the biggest trauma that Capricorns have is like they have this like really difficult early life, because I think Capricorns can be sometimes like the last people to learn about themselves. They're so busy like mastering things outside of themselves. And I think this just looks like to me like you've refocused that attention in the age of the Aquarian, less on like mastering some objective craft. And so for many of you, maybe even like my husband, where it's like, you know, I really helped him, like Tethered Studios really helped him as an artist in terms of, you know, I really was like, hey, like as a personal artist, as Alexis, like one of the things that really supported me when I was in college was I had this like life-changing professor that I was really close with, shout out Rick Malleus. But he was really the one who put me onto like autoethnography, and he had me like really make my thesis about like studying that avenue, which was like, cause he was just like, Alexa, I think you'd really benefit from like the evolution that you're obviously going to go under as an artist is like going to happen, but it would be really helpful if, you know, you could sort of center your perspective and sort of maybe master yourself, you know, because it seems like you have this capacity to really like develop and understand and like learn a lot of things about whatever and kind of come to a mastery about it. So, you know, one of the coolest things, some of the most genius and most successful people are the people who like know themselves better than anything else, because that is really the source of all things. So I think Capricorns kind of through this year, maybe if you're still with the studio, like that's what we've been helping you and supporting you to like do the next level, because you're already at the top of the mountain, Capricorn. We already knew that. So I guess the next thing for you would be like start on these hoes and do the thing that nobody wants to do, which is master who you actually are. And I think it's just looking like you're really successful.